Internet. Today I'm here to do the mid-year book freakout tag. It's a little bit late. I wanted to upload this closer to the beginning of July, but I was out of town and I just didn't have a chance to film it before I went out of town. So here it is in like mid-July, but it's fine, whatever. This is the tag I also did last year and that pretty much everybody does at some point during this time of the year. It's a lot of fun and it kind of reflects on the reading you've done so far in the year, and I really enjoy doing this tags. I'm gonna leave the original video down in the description and let's jump right into it. The first question is the best book you've read so far in 2018. This is really hard because I've read a lot of really good books this year, and so I think, kind of going off of me looking at my bookshelves and excluding rereads from this, I'm gonna go with Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This is an adult sci-fi fantasy book about two college students, Victor and Eli, discovering how extraordinary people are created, or people basically with superpowers. It's intense, it's everything that I love about V.E. Schwab's books, and I'm obsessed with this book. I cannot wait for the sequel to come out in, I think, September, called Vengeful, and I think this is my favorite new book that I've read so far this year. The next one is the best sequel you've read in 2018. I haven't read a ton of sequels this year. I think I'm gonna go with The Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan because I read the majority of these books on audio this year, and of the series, this was my favorite. This is the third book in the Heroes of Olympus series, and it's a series about Roman mythology. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. Number 3 is new releases you haven't read yet but want to. Oh, so many. Just to name a few that I have already, we have Save the Date by Morgan Matson, Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, Puddin' by Julie Murphy, and From Twinkle with Love by Zendaya Menon, and that's just a few of them. Number 4 is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. There's a lot of books, a lot of really, really good books coming out this fall, but the two that I am most excited about is one I've already mentioned, that's Vengeful by V.E. Schwab, which is the sequel to Vicious, and also Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas, which is the final book in the Throne of Glass series. I'm currently rereading this series to get prepared for it, and also because I haven't read Tower of Dawn yet, and I'm very, very much anticipating that book as well. Number 5 was your biggest disappointment. Don't hate me, but I think for this one I'm gonna go with Shatter Me by Tara Mafi. Now, I in no way disliked this book. I did enjoy it. I just expected to enjoy it more than I did. With all the hype going around it, I expected to absolutely love this book, and I just didn't. It was just okay. So it was kind of a disappointment in that factor, in that I just didn't like it as much as I was led to believe that I would. Number 6 is your biggest surprise. I think, honestly, my biggest surprise so far has been The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I really hadn't heard a ton about this book, so I kind of went in with really no expectations whatsoever, and I ended up really, really enjoying it. Number 7 is your favorite new author, either a debut or new to you. I'm gonna cheat a little bit on this one because honestly I haven't read a ton of new authors, and the ones that I have read aren't like favorites, but I did read The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and even though I've read one book by Holly Black before, which was The Coldest Girl in Cold Town, I really didn't, I mean, that book was just okay, so she wasn't like a favorite, but I absolutely loved The Cruel Prince, and now I want to go back and read more Holly Black books, so I'm going to choose Holly Black for this one. Number 8 is your newest fictional crush. As I've gotten older, I really don't get fictional crushes anymore, I guess. The only one that I can think of that kind of counts is Abby Suso from Simon and Leon the Offbeat, just because I think she's adorable, but I don't even really know if I could say I had a crush on her. I just think she's cute. I think that has to do more with Love Simon, because I really liked her character in the movie adaptation. Number 9 is your newest favorite character. I really liked Ramona from Ramona Blue. I don't know if she's a favorite, but I enjoyed her character. I also really loved Sydney from Vicious. I thought she was really cute. I don't know. Number 10 is a book that made you cry. Now, I'm not really one to cry in books. I used to, but I have been rereading the Harry Potter books, and I'm not going to hold it up because it's at the bottom of a stack, but when I reread Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, I cried for several hours, so yes. A book that made you happy. I have to say Moxie by Jennifer Matthew really made me really happy whenever I read it. Favorite book to film adaptation you saw this year? I've only seen one, and it was Love, Simon. And while it was not the most faithful adaptation between the book and the movie, there were a lot of differences. I still thought it was a fantastic movie, and I really, really loved it. I've watched it 3 times already. I know there's people that have watched it more than that, but for me, watching a movie in a short amount of time that many times means I really, really liked it. Favorite review you've done this year, or favorite video you've done this year? I think my favorite video I've done this year was definitely my bookshelf tour. It took a really, really long time to put together, but I was really, really happy with the end result. And it just felt very, very satisfying to be able to finally put that out in the world after the hours and hours it took to put it together. Most beautiful book you've bought or received so far this year? Well, I am absolutely obsessed with the new cover for Vicious, so this is definitely one. I'm also obsessed with the cover of Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Herring Blake. The cover for the Hazelwood is quite beautiful, and this is the Owl Crate exclusive edition, but the original cover is very similar, except for instead of it being green, it's black, so it's also very beautiful. Also, Beneath the Sugar Sky is absolutely gorgeous. I think I'm gonna stop there. Number 15 is what books do you need to read by the end of the year? So I have a top 10 books to read in 2018 list, and the ones I have left on that list that I need to read are The Hobbit, The Queen of the Tearling, Daughter of Smoke and Bone, Truth Witch, and The Night Circus, which actually I'm currently reading, so that one will be checked off very soon. And the last question on this tag is your favorite book community member. I have a lot of booktubers I really, really watch. That is the main form of the book community that I participate in, is watching booktube videos. And some of the ones I've been into really recently are Cece from Problems of a Book Nerd, Kayla from Books and Lala, and I also really enjoy watching videos from Jessie from Jessie's Shelf. So that is it for the mid-year book freakout tag. I'm not going to tag anybody because most people have already done this by now. So let me know in the comments what your favorite book you've read so far this year is, and I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye.